Hello, ladies. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Oh my goodness. I love the pink and I love the whole set and the color, everything.
Thanks.
Whoever done, and I'm actually kind of matching with you
Yeah,
guys.
you can
Kinda.
join.
I'm kinda. I'm not
We're part
really,
of the
but
girl
I'm
band.
kind.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys all look amazing. Congratulations on the show. It's a great success, and thank you for raising playing these characters to raise kind of awareness in a world where scammers are more than human beings now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with Caitlin. Caitlin, I want you to like walk me through how did you prepare for such a role, especially you are aware of the actual story because it's all happening in Australia. So please go.
Yeah, I was sort of discovering who Belle was through the scripts and reading them for the first time. And in talking to Sam, she was very adamant about this being a version of Belle Gibson. So I felt a lot of freedom in that to sort of really create a person and a character from the ground up with her. And um so yeah, it was just about studying the text that Sam provided, and then also really kind of getting to have not just because obviously like she scammed the world and lied to so many people, and it affected many lives, and that's a very evil thing what she did, but I wanted to also get to the core of that, and what made her do what she did, and find, you know, because I am embodying this person myself, I needed to find the empathy somewhere. So
Mhm.
really discovering that, she really was a person that just was craving community and love, and also really wanting to be a good mom at the same time, and give her son what she didn't have growing up. So kind of, yeah, making sure I handled all of that correctly, and then also, yeah, studying the accent like crazy was a good one too.
Yeah, you did good because they sound different now, which is great. So what about the research?
I mean, I didn't really want to do much uh research on her, and there isn't like a lot of, I guess, if I were to just look at like like if I were just to talk about like videos or photos or whatever, there isn't a lot of video footage of her to like sort of copy anything, and that's not what we were doing anyway with the show. We weren't making a carbon copy of what we know the as the Belle Gibson on social media, because I really don't think we ever will know who the real Belle Gibson is. But I certainly, yeah, I knew a lot about the wellness industry before coming into this, and cancer care and all of that. So I knew too much about it. So yeah, research, I guess, was really in the accent.
That's cool.
And
So do you
yeah.
know how to say good day, mate?
Yes, I do.
It's the most Australian thing you can say. You see, coming from an Egyptian as well, it sounds a little bit different. Good day, mate.
It's pretty
You're
good.
Try, you
Come
know.
on, you're
You
doing a
guys
really
gotta
good
train
one.
me. I
doing
think
well.
Aisha and Alicia gotta train me.
We can do that.
You
Yeah.
guys can, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You're sounding pretty good to me, honestly.
So one step up, I'm one step there. So, Alicia, I want to know how many juices you actually had in that show.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. It was a lot. I remember.
Yeah.
There was a time I was just thinking like, "Oh god, I can't do another." Like there was so much liquid, and I remember then
Lot of
just
bathroom
like
breaks.
a lot of bathroom breaks for sure. And they were also the ones that we had because we were going through so many. They were kind of like the pre-made juices. And so
Uh-huh.
they'd be sometimes be like, "Do you want apple and guava or would you like pineapple and kiwi?" And I'd be like, which one do I want today?" But they're also really, really sweet, and so I kept being like, "Can you dilute them?" Because suddenly it'd, like, come, like, afternoon, I'd be, like, buzzing around the walls just from, like, all the sugar. But yeah, it was I feel like I've filled my juice quota. I'm, like, good for now.
Even your character, you are playing a little bit super grounded, super. I know what I'm doing. I don't need to listen to my family. and like surprisingly, with all of that sugar, you managed to keep the character very grounded and stuff. So your character doesn't exist in real life, or it just kind of represent every single person in your position at this in your character position. So please talk to me about this.
Yeah, Miller's definitely an amalgamation of the wellness influencer in the early 2010s and, the start of social media and Instagram. And so that gave us a lot of freedom to explore what a character like Miller could be, and how she could then go toe to toe with someone like Belle and create then this really interesting kind of frenemy dynamic in the space of health and wellness, and how sort of strange and bizarre that is. But it was really interesting for me. I hadn't seen maybe that story told before. And so I definitely had grown up in a time where I'd seen a lot of that on social media. There was a lot of wellness influences at that time. And it was interesting to then like go back through the internet and kind of look at blogs and YouTube videos and their original profiles. And I just remember like there were so many people who were really, really like, I don't know, they were invested in it. I had a friend
Yeah.
before I started this show. I was telling her about it. I was at her house and she was just like, "Oh my God, I have the original Belle Gibson cookbook from that time." She was like rummaging around trying to find it because it was just so like influential at that moment. So yeah, it was nice that she could be an amalgamation to then kind of cover a lot of different, I guess, experiences.
Yeah, because to be honest, the influencers now are kind of we need to verify all of those influencers because there's so many of them, and they take in places where the expert used to take. So if you go to the fashion show in Milan, before it used to be designers, now influencers. So when did all come like this, and how can we verify which one is the real one and which one is not? So Aisha or Aisha, am I saying your name right?
Yeah, it's Aisha, like
Aisha,
Rosacea,
like
Croatia,
Aisha,
like the skin
écoutez-moi.
condition, Aisha.
I love it.
You're perfect. I'm not fussy about it. Say it however you want.
I love the hair, but please talk to me about the character.
Oh, sure. Talk to you about the character. Yes.
Your
I play.
character.
Who do I play? Yeah. I mean, like Leash said, I think I play someone who is an amalgamation of people. And I think like I don't know, when I look at all of the characters on the show, they are all kind of speaking to something that's much bigger than just that one person. Everyone is speaking to a specific experience or perspective, or I think each of the four girls, including Lucy, they all kind of have their own way of dealing with their own feelings of unease and anxiety around kind of managing their lives. I know for Chanel, she exercises. She goes to that cycling class to kind of get her thoughts out. Belle and Mila kind of flock to these like blogs to kind of get comfort for themselves. And I think similarly for Lucy. But yeah, I always have felt that Chanel kind of represented the audience in a way. When watching the show, she was kind of the voice of reason, or even just the voice of like, what the fuck? Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear.
No, you can swear with me. You can swear.
Okay,
You can be
great.
yourself.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
To
you do
me,
whatever it
it
is.
just felt like you're a good one. To me, it just felt like she was kind of speaking to the bewilderment that I felt learning about the story, and also the anger that I felt knowing the depth of like the real destruction her lies actually caused.
Wow.
Real people.
Guys, thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for your time. I hope I'm going to see you for sure again, but congratulations, and what a great start to the year.
Yeah, thank you
you.
so much.
So
It was so nice to talk to you.
Awesome. All the love from Egypt. Thank
Bye,
you so
love.
much.
Nice to
Bye.
meet you.